One of the most dangerously deceptive ideas is that the free market is natural and neutral. The traditional economic debate imagines two parts to our economy: a private sector, that's the free market, and a public sector, that's government. In this cartoon version, the free market pays people and distributes goods and services in a natural or neutral way, and government intrudes on the market by regulating businesses and also taxing some of what businesses and individuals earn and then redistributing it. Much of what conservatives and liberals debate is how much government intrusion into the so-called free market is acceptable to achieve an economy that works for most of us. But this cartoon version leaves out a critical point. There's no free market in nature. The free market is a bunch of rules created and enforced by government. Elected officials, agency heads, and judges make the rules and sometimes change them. They create the market. And the real issue is who the rules benefit, who they hurt, and who has the most influence over making them. For example, the market provides bankruptcy protection for big corporations and billionaires, allowing them to shed their debts, including labor contracts. But no bankruptcy protection for college graduates overburdened with student debt. Trade agreements protect the intellectual property of large corporations, but they don't protect the accumulated skills of American workers. Big Wall Street banks and their executives are bailed out when they can't pay what they owe, but not homeowners who can't meet their mortgage payments. American industries are allowed to consolidate into huge near monopolies. Big cable, big pharma, major airlines, health insurers, Wall Street banks, big agriculture, giant retailers like Walmart. But workers who want to join together in trade unions face all sorts of obstacles. They're fired with impunity, and more states adopt so-called right-to-work laws that undermine unions. These are some of the rules of the so-called free market. If our democracy were working as it should, the rules of the market would help most of us. Instead, as income and wealth is concentrated at the top over the last 40 years, so has the power to make the rules of the market by influencing the politicians, regulatory heads, and even the courts and the lawyers who appear before them, with the result that the market is rigged for the benefit of the few. So if we really want to reduce the savage inequalities and insecurities most people are experiencing, we shouldn't be swayed by the myth of a neutral free market. We must make the market work for us, rather than for only a few at the top. And to do that, we must exert the power that is supposed to be ours. How do we do this? Please read Saving Capitalism, for the Many, Not the Few, out September 29th.